GGRC.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of GGRC. I'm RC, and today we're going to be doing a quick save review for Daggerhood. Now, a quick save review, if you haven't heard before, basically what it is I play a portion of the game, I don't play the whole game, and I kind of tell you my feelings on it about part way through, because I don't really feel like you need to play through a whole game to kind of recommend it for somebody here. Also want to point out, Sushi, he is back here. He's way in the back, taking a little cat snooze there. So what we're checking out today is Daggerhood. Now, in Daggerhood, you're basically getting a very difficult 2D platformer. And by very difficult, I mean, I played, if I had to wager a guess here, maybe between the 45 minutes to an hour mark with this game. And it was sent to me, and I was actually pretty interested in it when they sent it, because I was like, oh, this looks like a cool 2D platformer. But it's tough. It's a very tough game. But for those of you who are into tough 2D platformers, this might be the game for you. Let's jump right into it. Start the game. So you play as this little guy here. I don't know who he is, or what his motivation is, or whatever. But that's your guy here. So he's like this little orange guy with a blue hair or blue hoodie or something like that. Either way, we're gonna jump into the first events here. The caverns. You'll see that I've also unlocked the forest. I've only gotten a little bit into the forest because the forest levels are tough. We will start into a couple of those after we play through this. But man, at the very beginning of the game, you can see like it starts off easy enough. I got all 3 stars. I got the fairy. I've got the gems, and then as you can see, as it goes on, I started collecting less and less of the items here. So there's 3 different things to collect. We'll go over that real quick here in the first level. How did I not see this before? This story did not load for me before, I swear to God. But anyway, Vincent D. Daggerhood, I guess is who you play as. For years, he's been a thorn in the side of the nobility, stealing their riches. For your crimes, you shall be cast into the Forsaken Caverns, where you shall perish. The judge rules, by the way. An age-old cave formation, the Forsaken Caverns, is where the unwanted are thrown. None have returned. And here you go, falling in. In you go, the guard laughs as he pushes Daggerhood into the pit. And Daggerhood collects himself from the floor of the cave. You haven't heard the last of me. I'm coming for the king's gold. That's right, Daggerhood. We're getting the king's gold. So here you go. You got Daggerhood. Like I said, 2D platformer. Plays this little guy. I'm assuming that is his blue hair popping out of the hood. I don't know. But it's obviously got the old school, pixel type art to it. And I think it looks rather good, actually. In this first level, you're going to be moving here, and they're going to be giving you a few, different tutorials here. But we'll just go over the tutorials, instead of sitting there reading them. So basically, you can jump and double jump. That's your whole thing. So here you go. And you can, use the walls, do wall climbing with the double jumps. But what's even coolest, what is like sort of the main gimmick of this game, is that you can actually throw a dagger, and you push the dagger button again and transport over to where the dagger is. And that is used quite a bit throughout this game. And that's really all you got. That's the whole gimmick of the game here. So like, this area here, obviously you wouldn't be able to jump over it. And when you get hit by the spikes, instant death. And you are going to hit spikes a lot, because I know I have hit the spikes a lot. I also want to point out here too that when you hit the spikes and you start over, you may notice you're being timed up in the top left corner. The thing to keep in mind there is that does not start until you move your character. So we move our character here, then you can see the time has started now. So something cool to keep in mind if you are timing yourself, and you will be timing yourself. Here you go, here's one of the fairies to collect. The fairy, by the way, only shows up for a very limited amount of time in the level, so you're actually racing against the clock to get over to the fairy. I think every level has a different amount of time it takes to collect the fairy, so you're just going to have to kind of play levels over and over until you get it. So for those of you who are into 100%ing games, this is going to be a game for you that you're either going to love or hate, because there's going to be a lot of replay value, but you may hate it because some of the levels are tough. So here we go. As we continue, we've gotten the fairy, And then the other thing that we could do here is collect all 5 jewels. Every level is going to have 5 jewels that you can collect. So here we go. Boom, there's all 5. And then you get to the end door here. Now this is where they're going to count up your stars. So if you actually finish the level in a good amount of time, you get 3 stars. Now the first level, like I said, easiest level in the game. They're going to give it to you like this, like boom. It took me 23 seconds to get through it. Obviously, it probably could take me more like 10 seconds to get through it if I was really giving a care as I was showing this off to you. But you can see that if you finish it under a minute, you'll get 3 stars. Then you could A to continue, or you could replay it. So, oh, there we go. See, it spikes immediately. So you want to be careful with your jumps. See, I did it again. Let's try this again. Oh, see, the fairy just disappeared. So we were not able to collect her this time. And there we go. Second level. Still fairly easy. There we go. Another 3-star because we got under 18 seconds. Now this is where the difficulty of the game starts kicking in, though. And we will talk about some of the quality of life things with this game. There we go. We got the fairy there. I don't know if we had previously gotten her. Oh, get up there. So when you go into a level, you can basically pick between what am I going to go for this time? Am I going to go for, you know, a speed run and get the time? Am I going to go for the fairy, make sure I can get to her in time? Or am I going to make sure that I get all 5 gold pieces or, you know, treasures this time? And most of the time I found myself going for the treasures the first time around. But as they went on, the levels got tougher and tougher, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to go for actually finishing the level at this point because some of these levels get tough. And I've said it like 10 times already, guys, but we're going to show that off in just a second. So starting off the quality of life stuff, what I don't like is I don't like how from this menu, you don't have any option to go back to the level select. So you got continue and replay, and that's it. So if we continue, that takes us to the next level, but we don't want to play this level, right? We want to go and... Though, actually, before we move on, I should show you, yes, there are enemies. You're going to run into enemies like these little skeleton guys. You can hit them with the dagger. And you will be using the dagger to get over to other treasures as well, which is kind of cool. But you're going to run into those skeleton guys. You're going to run into bats. There are a few different enemies that I've seen so far. I'm sure there's more that are available in the game, but I have not gotten super duper far into it. But you can see here... that the only option is to actually go to main menu. So if we go to main menu, this actually kicks us out all the way to the title screen. So we got to hit start game, and then we got to go to the world we want to go to. Then we can select the level. It's just one too many clicks. It's like a simple quality of life thing I think they could fix by just putting another option at the end of every level by saying, hey, you know what? Here's a level select button. And I feel like that would be way better than what they have it set up with now. One of the other things too, and I think it was level 3 here where we started, you'll see in level 3 before the time even starts, you get an idea where the fairy is at. Now, one of the quality of life issues that I have with this game is that I really wish that whenever you started a level, it would kind of give you a quick window, or maybe like show the fairy and then zoom over to where your character's at to give you a clue as to where the fairy's at, because sometimes you'll start a level, and I think 4 is one of them. No, 4 you can see where the fairy's at. Let me go. See how annoying this is? We got to go back to the main menu every single time. So many clicks. Let's see. It's 12. We don't have it. No, we see her there too. Maybe it's proving me wrong already. But I swear there were levels. Let me jump into one of the forest ones here. No, you do see the fairy there as well. But the problem is, though, is that this level in particular, this level is so big, you're not going to know how to get over to her until you actually start the level, which is kind of wild. But I feel like this game is already making a liar out of me, which is really funny. Okay, here we go. So here's one. Have no idea where the fairy's at, right? And I feel like the majority of the levels in this game are kind of like that. And even if they're not, maybe it's just me when I was playing it, I feel like that's something that needs to be added in. Just like, show where the fairy's at, and then just do like a slow zoom over to where the character's at. And have that be an option you can turn on and off, I guess, you know? But regardless, like, other than that, those two little things, like a level select thing and the showing where the fairy thing is at the beginning, this game for the most part is pretty good, like the way it is. The controls feel pretty good. So at times, so there have been times where I was trying to use my dagger or double jump at a certain time and it didn't react quick enough, and that could be me, to be quite honest. It could have been a night where I was playing and I just felt kind of tired and was like, you know what, I'm just I'm not doing too well tonight, which could be the case. This is a great level to show off some of the enemies in the game. Because the more I play it, or the more you play it as well, you know, you're going to get into this game more and you're going to be able to understand how the controls work. The double jump definitely has like a sort of delay to it. Like you can't just use it like right off the bat and get your highest, you know, jump. You're going to want to actually jump at the right time to get up to it. We're going to see if we can get this last treasure. There we go, we got it. This also introduces the vanishing blocks there, which can be pretty annoying to deal with, but there we go. We're going to hit the exit with all 5 treasures. I don't remember if we had all 5 before going in here, but there you go. We got all 5. Nowhere near the ending point with the stars, though. But again, with like a level select option here, that would be nice. Here's another one where the fairy is not on screen, so you have no idea where she is or where to get to. So, you know, some people might argue, hey, you know, that's not really a big deal. It adds a little bit of a secrecy to the game, a little bit of replay value, because you got to play each level to get over to where she's at and figure it out. It's honestly not the biggest deal in the world, to be quite honest. The game does have boss battles. I've only played one so far, and it was frustrating. So far, for me, has been the hardest level in the game so far. Very much because it is trial and error. You have infinite lives, so you can play it as many times as you want, and somehow I was able to actually get 2 stars on it, as you can see at level 20 here. But man, it was difficult. And at the end of the level, I was pretty disappointed because you're being... Well, I'll just show you what's going on here. So you're being chased by this big bug spider thing, right? And when you actually get to the end of the level, nothing actually happens to the spider. You just kind of escape. And I was like, really hoping something would drop on the spider, you know? Okay, and you gotta be quick here, too. See, I'm making it look easy right now, but I played this level probably... God, I don't know how many... Oh, jeez, I threw myself right into the spikes there. I probably played this level as many times as, you know, the level number. I probably played it a good 20 times. Oh, for some reason the music is not playing this time. Oh, oh. I thought I fell into the spikes again there. But yeah, I literally just probably, you know, 15-20 minutes ago actually finished this level, which is why I'm kind of scooting through it quickly because I know what to do. But the other night I was getting... Oh, there we go. Forgot to move over. This level I was getting super frustrated with because I was getting to the point where I was blaming the controls, like, I did the thing you wanted me to do. But there is a bit of strategy to it. You know, you got to know when to use the dagger when you're getting across the spikes and that kind of thing. Oh, jeez, I didn't see. My brain is not thinking. The whole thing is like this spider or bug thing is chasing you really quick. You get like next to no time to think on your feet, which is why it becomes a trial and error thing. You know, there's a lot of ugh, and then you start doing dumb mistakes like that. It becomes one of those things where you just get super irritated because you're just like, I have no time to think. And when you discover the next part of the level that you didn't get to previously, you spend most of that time just trying to figure out like how to get past it, and then before you know it, you're already dead. So I was getting very, very frustrated with it the other night when I was playing it. But now it's not as bad. Here we go. Grab the hammer thing. All right, so you want to throw this then. Now that hammer ability there will break certain bricks, and you only get it for a limited time. Oh wow. Okay, I just made it. So actually, I want to check this out. So the spider gets here. Will it still kill me if I don't go through the door? No, it won't. But that's it. The spider just gets to the end and then just kind of hangs out there. In my mind, I was like, why didn't a big rock fall on it or something? Like, we escaped this big thing, and then it's just like, yeah, we escaped. I guess live and let live, right? Is that the whole idea? Okay, so now we're in the forest here. And but I want to digress, though. Speaking about that boss battle, like I said, that took me... I lost count of how many times it took me, like at least 20 tries to get through the first time, and I think I'm like really lowballing it. It was probably more like 50, And it took, like I said, maybe I could be blaming myself for being tired, but I feel like it was very, very challenging and very difficult. I am somewhat looking forward to seeing what the next boss is going to be because it's tough, but because of these forest levels, I don't know if I'm going to make it there because, whew. Alright, so this is the first forest level. As you can see, things are a bit tougher. You actually have to grip the wall. You do get a new bounce thing with the mushroom. And now check this out. You actually have to try and... Oh, jeez. The hard part is because, is that you are doing what feels like 3 things at once. Because you have to grip the side here. You have to jump, throw, jump again, and then... Oh, see, I actually made it with a double jump there. I wasn't expecting that. But you're doing so many things at once. It is, like, really, really tough. To the point with this level, like, I didn't even try to get the gold piece for that. Because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna die anyway. Ugh! Jeez. I really don't want to die. This one's not too bad, though. You know, this one I can just hug the side there. Oh, don't touch the spikes. There we go. We make it up there. Again, I'm making this look easy, but this one took me probably another, like, 6 or 7 tries to get through the first time. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a very good thing because it's adding difficulty. It's adding a really good challenge. Again, no fairy on screen, so I have no idea where she is. Nope. And for my knowledge, I don't think that there's a quick restart besides just killing your guy. That's another thing. Like it needs a quick restart too, along with a level select thing. So this game is good. It just needs like a little bit of like finishing polish and quality of life things to go along with it, and then I think it would be absolutely perfect. Because the music's cool. I like the art style. It's got a really good look to it. Oh, see, she disappeared already. We were nowhere near getting ready there, or nowhere near even getting close to where she was at. All right, now we want to jump there. Again, making this look easy because I've already played it, you know, and died several times. I can grab this treasure, though. There we go. I don't know if I grabbed that one before. Oh, I hit that cannonball. But this is not where we left off. I believe we left off in the forest. And you can see, like, I'm only in the forest. I'm not even to the, you know, the lava area or the desert area or even, like, the final boss area yet. So there's a lot of levels in this. If everyone has 20, that would be what? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So if the final boss area has 20 levels as well, that's 120 levels in one little game, which is pretty good. Alright, so this is the one I actually quit out on. Let's see if we can actually finish it here. And I'll show you why I ended up quitting out on it, because there's the fairy, right? So you can only get those hammer bricks by collecting the hammer. Now you can see where the hammer is. It's in a very crazy location. So we obviously gotta do the jump, throw over. We gotta collect the hammer, but because the hammer has a very limited amount of time that you can actually use it on, you need to get back super quick if you're gonna get over to that fairy. Then, if you want to get to the exit, you actually gotta do it again. You gotta go get the hammer again. Which is insane. So, for this quick save review, what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can at least make it to the end of the level. Oh, jeez, I keep jumping into the spikes. So you guys get to see firsthand what it's like to kind of try to figure this game out. Okay, we can actually make that over with a... Oh no, I'm gonna lose my hammer too. Oh, and I was too late for the fairy. And I lost my hammer, so now I'm gonna lose out on the time thing as well. Oh! Jeez! There we go. Okay, we just managed to get through there. Okay, don't get hit by the cannonball, please. Can I reach that? Yes, I can. Okay. Alright, so I gotta time this right, too. There we go. Okay, so we made it to the exit. That one was not as hard as I was expecting, but man, the first time I saw that before I started this video, I was just like, there's no way. But look at this. I got 3 treasures, which is not bad, but like, no stars, no fairy. Oh, man. Okay, we got a new enemy down there too, little night guy, which is kind of cool. All right, so we have no choice here. We got to use the dagger. Oh, jeez. So I think the best thing to do is to throw it while you're falling, probably. Okay, we got him. Alright, this looks so okay so far. Ah! So we know the exit is up there, but if you actually want to get all the collectibles and stuff, you gotta go the other ways. Where's... Okay, so there's the fairy. But that is going to be a tough one to get to. You see how quickly she disappears? Nope. Nope. Hit the spikes first. There we go. Okay, we got to her. Oh man, I gotta time this dagger throw just right. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can actually nail this. Oh, jeez, I cannot believe I made that. I thought I was gonna hit the spikes. Woo! I feel like I'm like starting to sweat here just playing this game because. Hey, look, there's a new item. Oh, look at this. That's cool. All right, I'm gonna pass here real quick because I want to see. Oh God, I don't even know how I get back from getting that jewel right there. Oh, I don't even know how I would get that gold chalice thing. I still have time to get over the spikes. Oh, and there was the fairy. I guess the thing I gotta remember is that even though I'm using this thing, I can still use the dagger. Like so. Okay. Oh, still got me. Okay. Almost hit spikes right there, though. We're about to lose our feather. Oh, God! I just tried to collect these treasures. I've not collected all 5, though. I'm not sure why I care so much. Alright, we're gonna grip the wall here. Take that guy out there. Oh! No! I'm so... You know what it is I'm so used to playing like Mario, where if you hit a spring, and you jump while... you hit the jump button when you hit it like that, it'll boost you higher. I gotta get used to doing the double jump, at the tail end of the mushroom bounce thing there. I kind of want to replay this one because I want to see if I can at all get to that fairy. Ugh. Not hitting the spikes. Oh, and not missing the feather. How about that? Oh, wow. I don't know how I survived that one. Alright, now the key is to survive with the fairy. Hey, look at that. So see, it's trial and error gameplay. The more you play a level, the more you're gonna get used to what you gotta do, and that's just how it is, It's very much like the idea of like old school Mega Man games, where you gotta play through this level a couple times to really memorize it and see where you gotta go. And if you're into that kind of old school mentality, this is servicing, excuse me, probably, the NES crowd more than you think it is because of that. If you're into that kind of game, this is probably a good game for you to check out, so... but I think that is a good look at this game, guys. I think you get an idea whether this is for you or not. Personally, I think it's really fun. I think it's going to be one of those games I return to every now and then to kind of knock out a couple levels, but it's definitely not a game that I really want to play a lot of at once because, like I said, I start sweating, I get a little frustrated. Man, there's a lot of challenge to this, but it is good. It's a good little game. It needs a few little quality of life tweaks and everything like that, and I really hope that they support it and do those things for it, because I think that would really help the game out just a teeny bit, just a couple little things. But regardless, guys, that is Daggerhood, and of course, I will see you all next time on the next episode of GGRC. See you all then.
GGRC.